And on a Sunday, my ticket is a one-way. I'm about to play in the sky. I always knew you'd make it one day. Today was such a fun day. And I think that's the first. Got back, I got out, free fly, just the sky and the love.
Yeah. Welcome back to WazzyCircus Radio, a show where I sit down with the most amazing people that I've met in over a decade of professional skydiving. My guest today is the backbone of Flight Nights. He's the backbone of all innovative, cool shit coming out of iFLY that I put together, right? He's taught my kids how to shoot a cat in the face. Nah, Jeff is the Texans' Texan. He's the nicest human being that I've ever met, but you never, ever judge a book by its cover. This cat owns guns with a Z.
With a Z.
With a Z, son. He knows guns. 400 skydives, 4 years in the sport, coach rating, one of my tunnel mentors, one of my best friends, Jeff Geuea, my travel buddy. My innovation
WazzyCircus!
buddy. WazzyCircus, we finally did it. It's been a journey, people. This is our third shot at this. It's South by Southwest right now in Austin. The studio's busy, the city's shut down, and we finally got in the studio, man.
Canceled.
Ah.
The universe is against us.
Not anymore.
It smiles on us today.
Yes, it does. Hey, Joshua, Texas.
Joshua, Texas.
What's up with Joshua, Texas?
Yeah, it's a little podunk town. A little country town that I grew up in.
Right on. How far is it from Austin?
It's just south of Fort Worth. So
okay.
200 miles-ish.
Okay. Did you go straight to the National Guard from there, or did you live somewhere else?
No, pretty much got my degree, joined the Guard, electronic engineering.
Electronic engineering.
Yeah.
What is a semiconductor?
Semiconductor.
Yes.
The semiconductor is the magic that makes the world go around today.
All right. Let me know.
Integrated circuitry, your phones don't exist without them. The memory cards in them don't exist without them. That's all semiconductors.
Okay.
It's all integrated circuitry.
So they're tiny little particle size.
I've been in this industry for about 27 years.
Uh-huh.
And 1 micron used to be the holy grail. If you can get down to 1 micron, you're going to own the world. We're down to 42 nanometers.
Oh, wow.
I mean, tiny.
For chips?
Yeah. The closer the smaller geometry you get, the faster the electronics are.
How far can it go? How small can it get? Is there a threshold? What is it called? It's called something. There's a threshold.
You know, we've been putting Moore's law up there, right? Moore's law says we're going to increase our speed, we're going to increase capacity, we're going to increase processing power every 2.5 years. Right. And so far we've kept up with that, right? We've kept innovating. You know, every time we're like, oh, this is as far,
this is
one micron's it. You're not gonna be able to get it smaller. Bam.
Right.
Next thing you know, now we're down a 1/4 micron. We're like, oh, 1/4 micron. That's it. That's.
Hold on. So are you building machines that build little machines to make these little parts?
So I maintain the machines that make the little parts.
Like, are they micro machines?
No. So these are silicon wafers.
Okay.
And it goes through. It's about 35 days to process from start to finish. When we were doing microprocessors, it was almost 70 days or 77 days from start to finish. So if somebody screws something up, you have to start that whole process over.
Did you say how often does this innovate? How often does it change?
Constantly. Every day.
Every day it gets better.
Every day. Every day there's somebody's trying to push that boundary to that next level, right? And we implement everything we can today because tomorrow's future depends on us getting there today. And those who capture it today, who rules the world tomorrow.
Wow.
And Intel, Samsung, these guys are industry leaders. I mean, they're the benchmarks. Right. Fab 25 here in Austin. We were
shout out.
Yeah, big shout out. Originally, Advanced Micro Devices.
Okay.
Right. We did the K5, K6, the Athlons processors.
No idea what you're talking about, but that's fine. So, are you 3D printing these?
No. So we're basically layering them up there. So we show up with just a bare silicon wafer.
Okay.
Right. And then through the process of lithography, implantation, we grow these structures on this silicon wafer. We implant these different dopiants that make the transistors work.
Dopiants.
Dopiants.
Dopiants, son. We on them dopiants on WazzyCircus Radio.
So I work in what we call the LPCVD atmospheric area diffusion.
So do these products go straight to the military, or are they in civilian use? Like, how do I get a heads-up display on my G3 is my question.
Yeah, so we provide the solution for our customers' problems.
Right.
So if somebody's thinking it,
you can do it.
There's somebody working to connect those dots together, right? It's just what can your imagination?
How far away are we from an LCD screen on our G3 lens?
It's price, it's cost. That technology exists today.
Exists already. It's thin enough.
Yeah,
it's clear enough.
absolutely.
Iron Man style.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's super expensive stuff.
How'd you start skydiving, Jeffy?
I blame you.
All right, good.
I blame
Good for
you. I blame you and my wife. But first, I blame my wife.
Okay.
Right. It is 100% her fault.
What did she bought you a tandem?
So no, I've never done tandem.
Good for you.
So
Not really. Don't take it wrong, guys. Tandems are dope.
For my birthday 5 years ago, iFLY had just opened.
It's been 5 years, Jeffy.
5 years.
Oh, I love you, buddy.
So-
I'd hug you right now if I could.
Bam! I did the 4-minute newbie package of me, potato chipping around, and I'm
Who's
like,
your instructor?
Devin,
Devin.
because Devin did me a high fly, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm down with this.
That was it. Devin was dope.
And what was really cool, not cool for the instructors, but they had a power outage earlier that day. So you know how it is. You're trying to cram everybody in there, right?
Right.
So we had a 4-way vertical team that was practicing. And they were like running in between our sessions and running back out dirt diving.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Fucked your head up.
And I'm thinking,
that's the coolest shit I've ever seen.
I want to be him. That is so cool. I'm in there like, I can't even get stable on my belly, right? I'm all over the place.
Still not stable on my belly.
And just, did a little over a year, off and on in the tunnel, trying, as you could afford it, right?
Right.
And got really solid on my back. Transitions were great.
So you were in there when we were busy.
Oh, yeah.
We were slammed back in the day.
It was hard to get the time in there.
Is that your first flight, doggy?
That was my
your second
second
one.
flight. Yeah.
And you're back in there with Devin again, it looks like. Oh, no, that's Daniel Lovett.
Yeah.
That's Daniel Lovett. Shout out, Daniel Lovett.
Look
What up,
there.
baby? Love you guys.
Yeah.
What up, Christina? That little fluffy ass dog. Look at that. That's old school iFLY. Look how high you are.
Right?
That's old school iFLY. We're not allowed to do
Yeah,
that.
you're not allowed to do it anymore.
No, you don't go above our chins now. The lawyer said no.
So I brought my kid. I had such a great time.
We're not allowed to touch hands anymore.
I'm
That's
like,
old
yo,
school iFLY.
bring my kids there. My kids were like, no, we're done.
They didn't like it.
Nah. My son actually got very nauseous.
Nice.
Right. So, but my daughter would like to do it. It's a financial thing and time thing, right? I mean,
So when you'd never done anything like that?
absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
And you had that moment in the tunnel.
It was just, I'm like, this is so cool.
Right.
Right. I mean, I can't believe I've seen the outdoor wind tunnels they had. I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of neat, kind of a one and done type thing, right?
Right.
Never really had any desire to skydive or anything like that, but
Right.
it's just, hey man, you're getting better. It's like, and I can feel myself being more stable.
Right.
Right. And
doesn't that feel good?
oh, it's
Man, that's
incredible.
the fucking magic key right there.
It's incredible. Then all of a sudden you have this breakthrough, right? I call it the aha moment.
Yeah. Hey, Ma, no hands, no strings.
Right. Or, hey, I
Yeah.
I don't need arms to fly anymore.
Right.
Right. And that was a really big
beautiful.
moment, right? I remember I was coaching somebody and I see you guys do it all the time, right? You guys are just phenomenal in the tunnel, right? And you're always like, trying to point to something. Hey, I want you to move your knee, right?
Right.
And I'm flying with somebody. I'm like, hey man. And I've taken my arm away. I'm pointing to my knee. I'm thinking, hey,
I just did that.
I can fly. I can fly like that.
Yeah.
I'm not as good as these guys, but
No, that's cool.
that was an aha moment for me, right?
Yeah.
And back flying was extremely difficult, right? I mean, probably a solid hour in the tunnel.
That's
getting
not
stable.
much, dude. Backflying's hard for a lot of people.
It was difficult, right? But started the transitions, love the transitions. Sit flying still works me over in the tunnel.
We need some more time.
Yeah. Definitely. But I'm getting better and better, right? Especially in the sky. Of course, I can be sloppy in the sky, but bam.
Yeah.
I can hold it and I can feel it and I can feel it holding me. So
Hey, what a perspective change. From the belly where like you're kind of stuck and you can't really see much to when you sit up, boom, and like the earth opens up before you. You can see everybody and everything. That's when I knew I was like, this is how you should fly.
This is awesome. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
It's awkward as fuck though, and it's very difficult.
It's like riding on a baseball, right? I got off you go, right?
Like an elephant on a baseball.
Yeah, it's like this is not normal. And I'm a bit lazy. I like to go back to what I'm good at, and
Yeah.
but I'm trying to push outside my comfort zone a little bit, right?
Right.
Been getting lots of back flying in the air right now, just because everybody likes to do tracking jumps,
Right.
right? The whole crew down in Luling,
Shout out Lone Star.
Lone Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all do tracking. They're like, oh, this is what we thought skydiving should
This
be.
is freedom. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And there's you got the guys that are like, hey man, we got to fix some stuff, right? We'll fix it. We'll do it again. We'll do
Right.
like 2 or 3 tracking
Dude,
jumps.
you're such a mentor. You're so nice. I will not even. I'm not skydiving with none of these
Nah,
cats.
it's because that was the problem when I got in. I almost quit skydiving.
Oh, really?
I did.
Okay. Tell me.
I'll be honest. If it wasn't for iFLY, when the skydivers at the tunnel,
Uh-huh.
I would have gave it up. Right.
What drop zone were you at when this
San
happened?
Marcos.
Yeah. So fuck, man.
Well,
Hey,
yeah.
my old boss used to tell me, all right, that it's never skydiving. Skydiving's amazing. You need to reinvent yourself or find a new drop zone.
Well,
Period.
and that was it for me, right? So I quickly learned nobody wants to fly with a new guy. Nobody, right? No, you got 30 jumps. No, we're talk to me when you need to 100 jumps, and
Right.
maybe we can do something. And I think the problem is a lot of people are in such a rush to progress to
Cool.
sit fly, so
Mhm.
they can be with some of the other guys. They have no belly skills at all.
They skip it.
I mean,
I
it
did.
is.
I'm guilty.
It is a tragic. Know a lot of great skydivers, right? And they're like, hey, we're gonna do this big, where somebody's 100th jump or 200th jump or whatever their
We're gonna
interest
do a
is.
BFR.
Right, and it's like, I mean, it goes all to crap, man.
Oh,
I mean,
Jesus.
just
Why is the round the hardest formation to build in the world?
I don't know. I'm like, we do this all the time.
Come on, man.
But you get some of the free flyers, excellent free flyers, right?
Yeah.
Give me any tip you want, I'll listen to it. When it comes to belly,
Yep.
good
Come
Lord,
on, man. But I love to sit fly. I mean,
it's
it's fun.
it is.
It's
it is.
fun as fuck, man.
Absolutely fun.
Even if you suck. If the person's way over there,
Right.
if he can see you and you can see them,
We're on the same.
sit
We're
fly.
on the same skydive right
Free
there.
flying motherfuckers, man. Monterey skydiving treated us pretty good. King Air, 18 grand, 7 minutes, 8
Dude,
minutes.
I was shocked. I fly out of a King Air all the time. I know how fast they are. They warned you, right? Hey,
I told you the entire
this
time.
plane is
I
fast.
tried to tell
I'm
you
like, yeah,
motherfuckers.
I know how fast King Air is. I fly,
Yeah.
They're like, no, you don't understand.
No.
7 minutes, 18 grand. Like, okay, all right.
18,000.
18.
And don't tell me the sea level crap. The ocean's right there.
Right.
Like,
We're
if you
at,
turn
we're
the
at
wrong
the
way,
ocean.
you're wet, son. Right? Yeah.
Exactly. View is,
Phenomenal.
phenomenal view.
That dude, this guy faked passing out when he had a premature parachute, right? And then he tried to sue the drop zone for it.
Totally hosed the drop
Totally
zone.
hosed the drop zone, so now they're kind of strict out there.
No rental gear.
No rental gear.
They don't have any packers for fun jumpers.
No packers for fun
There's
jumpers.
not really that many fun jumpers.
Nope.
I think they went all tandem.
They went all tandem because some jackass tried to sue. So I will say this. This is why the USPA is important, and no one wants to pay those dues. You don't know why. It's because they pay attorneys for us to keep this bullshit from happening. I think they may have helped Monterey on this, but like the rules have changed. The Nardies are like, no more fun jumpers.
Yep.
Dude ruined it for everybody. One jackass ruined it for everybody. It really sucks. But so not all of us on the WazzyCircus adventure could jump at Monterey Bay. So we went to Hollister, which was an amazing place.
It was interesting, right? Because I've never taken off at one place and landed somewhere totally different.
20 minutes away.
I think it's 15-minute drive
That's
time.
what they said. If you catch all the lights,
right.
It was 20 minutes, man. They had a limo.
They did. I got the bus.
Oh, you got the bus.
I got the bus. Well,
I
I
bum
went-
rushed the limo. Dog.
It
I
was
saw
all
the
good.
limo. I was like, we're getting the limo.
It was
son.
cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I'll tell you, they have a really nice setup, right? Because we were in the van with the students and the instructors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as they're driving back, it's a 15-20-minute drive back, right? Depending on which lights you catch, right? He's already got the video downloaded to a iPod.
Of course he did.
And they're already debriefing
Of course,
You,
of
you-
course, you
utilizing
use
that time right there.
Yeah, Ronaldo. Shout out to Ronaldo. Ronaldo, you
Yeah,
bought
excellent.
the DZ. He built the most phenomenal Google Earth flight approach pattern. You guys, if you own a
The
drop zone,
pre-briefing on that,
yeah,
he could dial it into. Oh, this is the season that we're in. This is
the
what it
wind
looks like.
speed, This is the wind direction.
This is this is where you hit your 1,000 pattern, 1,000 foot. This is where you turn on your base. I mean, he had it all. I'm like, wow, I have never seen that.
He has to prepare fun jumpers to land 15 minutes away from the drop zone.
350 feet difference,
300,
which was really freaking out a lot of people.
Elevation difference, man. I almost hit the fence. Y'all didn't see that shit, and I only did like a 270.
I saw you come in. I just figured, hey, that's where Waz wants to land.
No, Waz wanted to land 50 feet short of that. Hey, there was no wind.
No
Remember?
wind. No wind.
I came in. I was like, oh no.
I'm
so I was
fast.
digging my heels in. And I'm like, ah shit. fence. And like I landed like 10 feet short, and the dude was like, "Yay!"
Yeah,
There's
hey.
that guy there. He's like, "Oh, that's cool." I was like, "Dude, no fucking way, man."
I need to change my underwear.
Yeah. But so he prepares fun jumpers to land way far away. So it's very clear. It's like an attorney would okayed it for him, right? Like
even better is like when people had questions, like, "Hey, we can go over it again."
look right there,
right
Your
here,
pattern,
right?
I can't explain it to you guys better. It was on a Google Earth map, and he showed your pattern from every angle, every altitude.
He hit it on a
every
big, like,
scenario,
60-inch
every
screen.
weather. Yeah,
It's like huge,
and
huge
it's playing
screen.
over and over again.
Yep.
I mean, we were all nervous about it, even me with all these jumps and shit and all these drop zones. I was like, fuck, I don't want to mess this up.
You got the people with the
And
digital,
I had 10 people,
the
12
digital.
people with me. Yeah,
They're trying.
everybody
Okay,
changed their
we
altitudes.
need to tell them, like, dude, just add 350 feet to.
No, I didn't like that.
I did.
I didn't like that. That's what fucked me up, I think.
Really, because 1,300 feet was when I started pattern.
I knew the math on the way, but when I was on the canopy and my hands were freezing because it was cold as
It
shit.
is.
son.
Yeah.
I was like, do I add or subtract? Add or subtract? Fucking, where am I? Oh, here's the turn. Like, I didn't like that at all.
You didn't?
No,
for me,
I
it was
should've set
easy.
my shit. I thought I was super cool, guys. I thought I was super cool, and I didn't set my out.
Yo,
my
the guys that had the
altimeter different.
analog, not a problem.
Yeah, because it works.
But all the digital guys are like, nah,
Hold
I
on.
just remember 350.
But doesn't the analog set from where you take off, or it's just true?
The analog does.
Right. So,
But you
should've
can
been
turn the
different.
dial. You can turn the dial on your analog.
Oh, just click,
Yeah.
boom.
Done.
Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah.
All
So
this
they
digital
didn't care.
nonsense. I was trying to open my iWatch, dog. Like, which direction?
No, yeah, watch. Hold on. I gotta wind
Hold
this.
on,
I gotta wind this up.
The bullshit. Hey, but it's phenomenal, man. If you own a drop zone, it doesn't matter how close your landing area is. If you can contact that dude, he's at Hollister Skydive Center, Monterey Bay. Man,
That
not Monterey,
is
east of Monterey Bay.
And you could take that a step further. You could have a whole drop zone tour.
Yeah, online.
Online, just
You
you
guys,
can
you can
download
have this shit online. Hey, my homeboy Judd, who was on the trip with us, he just made Jump Run. It's a new app that's coming out. That's
nice.
He's trying to take Burble down, or no, rival Burble or something. But he's going to offer stuff like that, man. You guys might want to check out Jump Run. He's going to pay us. I'm going to tell Judd. Hey, real quick, let me give shout outs to Spaceland San Marcos, of course. Lone Star, #1 drop zone in Texas right now, baby. Temple Fun Jumpers, Skydive Sebastian in Florida, DeLand Fun Jumpers in Florida, Third Coast Skydive Spaceland. Oh, that's the Nardi's place. Gold Coast Skydivers, Space Lana Skydivers, Skydive Moab, Cajun Skydive Center, Skydive Carolina. These are people that have been giving WazzyCircus love, and I love you guys back, yo. Skydive Spaceland Houston students, Gulf Coast, Skydive Midwest. Keith, what up, buddy? DZ Trash, thanks, guys. Adventures in Spaceland, iFLY Chicago, Skydive Alabama, Z Hills, Skydive Ratings. Man, where'd you get your ratings?
I went to the rating center.
Yeah, in Z Hills.
Yeah.
Skydive City. Right?
No.
He was the ratings center.
The rating center.
Okay. Well, shout out DJ Marvin.
DJ Marvin.
Center's dope.
He's freaking awesome.
So,
Chris Fidella, I think, was our
So what is
instructor.
Brahman Ellie's company? SkydiveRatings.com. Yeah, they're in Z Hills. So I was always taught you travel to get your ratings. You don't stay at the drop zone you're at. You need to go
I kind of like that.
right?
I kinda like that. Right, because there's really no favoritism, right? Hey,
Right, you're just another dude. It's not like you're the friend, right?
Right.
And that way I was able to get my instructor static line from Jay Stokes.
Sweet.
That was in Indiana. I got my tandem rating in Skydive Chicago.
Nice.
I got my AFF rating in Z Hills. Right, like I traveled for all my ratings at different places.
Nice.
And I'm really grateful for that, man. Shout out Skydive Orange. Shout out Kapowson. Am I saying it right, guys? Kapowson, man. Shout out Start Skydiving and the Dragons on the rigs. That's pretty rad, man. Sis Skydiving, DeLand chapter. Sis Skydiving, Dallas chapter. Thanks for the Sis Skydivers. Love you guys. Shell's gonna come on. I bet she's a sis.
Man, she was phenomenal watching the tunnel.
Yeah, Shell's new
she
AFF
is,
lead out at Lone Star. She's a beast.
She's quiet. She does not move unless she has a purpose. Which I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know, she's a little stocky, like fire mouth little British chick.
Oh, yeah,
talks a lot of
awesome.
shit. You're like, oh, who is this chick? Right? Walking around. When she gets in the tunnel, you're like, oh shit,
yeah.
that's who that is.
Yeah.
Fucking listen to her. Everything she says.
Yeah, everything she says.
If you're an asshole, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, just dial that down.
So, man, coolest skydive ever.
Coolest skydive ever. I've had several moments that I thought were, aha moments, right?
That's what I mean. There isn't one jump.
I will say probably my favorite jump that I'll pull up and just rewatch it. And it's really not the jump itself. It's the landing. Right?
Okay.
It has Al on it. Al's a veteran who lost his leg.
Oh, Kaboom!
Yeah, Al Kaboom. Yeah.
Kaboom's gonna come on the show.
Awesome.
Kaboom's coming on the show.
That is probably my all-time favorite moment.
I know that video. We're not gonna show that because I'm gonna show it on his show.
Okay, that's perfect.
Because he worked with me in the tunnel.
Yeah.
A lot. Because he really wanted this. He's a veteran, amputee, can't stop, won't stop, fuck that. On the dash, shout out Dakota. Own the dash, right? So Kaboom's owning his shit. Like, he's above the knee, man. Right? He has every reason to be like, I can't.
Super nervous. I mean,
every time, sweating.
If he doesn't feel it, he's like, I can't do it today.
Yep.
And I'm like, you know what? Don't take any crap from these guys, right?
Today.
Skydiving's on you 100%. If you ain't feeling it today,
hey, this is inspiration, son.
do
Some of
it
y'all
tomorrow.
can't stick your fucking landings right now. Dude's got one leg and a prosthetic,
but
and he stood it up.
The day he came in, his first stand-up landing, right in front of me.
Boom, son. It was the biggest moment in skydiving ever.
Michael Eric's like, oh, man. He was so far away. He's like, I wish I got that on camera. Turner's like, I got it on mine.
I got it
like,
right now. Oh, we freaked out, man.
Yeah.
I remember I saw that video. I was like, fuck yeah.
You just nailed it.
Hey, because it's somebody that really wants something, and it's not easy to get, and they still fucking get it.
He still nailed it. It was amazing.
You can't. That's indelible. No one can take that from him.
The feeling he expressed and just being able to share that moment, I mean, that's wow. That was one of my, I'm putting that, that goes to my favorite list.
That's up there, man.
Right.
Your first skydive.
My first skydive, super boring.
But yeah, because you've been flying with me for a little
bit.
Right.
But I found it interesting because I really didn't know anybody other than a couple of guys at the tunnel. Right. And we just talked at the tunnel just briefly. Right. We weren't really hanging out.
Right.
And,
but did I give you the speech?
No.
I didn't tell you it's going to ruin your life?
You did tell me it was going to ruin my life.
Okay. I did. But I already the same speech.
I already told you I blame my wife for that.
All right.
She set me on this path.
Okay.
Right. You just kept asking me, why aren't you skydiving?
Yeah.
Right. You're freaking backflying. You got all these transitions.
Yeah, what are you doing?
What's the deal? I'm like,
yeah. Let's go jump.
But I think that was the seed, right? So now I'm going to sleep at night and I'm like, why? I was like trying to slide out of the bed, or like,
what am I doing?
So my dreams were just consumed with
let's
get rid of the walls. Let's actually do it.
Yeah.
I go down to San Marcos.
Yep.
I think I put down like $1,300.
Yeah, real quick. San Marcos doesn't exist anymore. It's now Spaceland San Marcos.
Correct.
New staff, new paint, new planes. It's a completely different place.
Correct.
Yeah. So
I have no complaints about their AFF program at the time.
No, it was very thorough.
They're super on the spot.
I worked there. Very thorough.
Yeah.
In fact, I picked up a lot of detail-oriented skills in the sport that I didn't have before.
Right.
Because it was so meticulous.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can't beat the program.
The program was really good, very structured. You know what was going on at all times.
At all times.
Right. The student did, right? The students don't know anything.
Exactly.
But I think I had Connie. Connie was one of my
Connie
instructors.
Crucy.
And
Swooping Grandma.
I don't remember the other fellow's name. But they're like, you are the most boring skydive we ever had. I'm like, sorry?
Good.
They're like, no, that's good.
Right.
They're like, you fall straight down. I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, You're supposed to, right? I mean, or am I missing? They're like, no, just nobody ever does it. And I told him, it's like, well, I got some tunnel experience. I didn't realize how much skydivers lie. Oh yeah, I got some tunnels. Like, dude, you stink. You're gonna kill someone.
Everybody lies. You just gotta get used to it, man.
So yeah, so my first three skydives, I know they were super nervous to like do that first let go, right?
Right.
But they're like, I think they let go of me on jump 2 because they're like,
perfect.
Hey,
no pressure.
Okay, give me a little legs there.
Kill it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Right. My funnest jump when I was a student was probably my check dive.
Okay.
Just because it was kind of a monkey see, monkey do, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you see me do, you do, right?
Who'd you do it with?
Nate, photographer.
Clark?
Oh,
yeah. Nate Clark, Epsilon, baby.
What was it? 25,000 skydiving.
Oh, dude, Nate's the man, and he's a swooping motherfucker. He's a pro swooper.
Oh,
yeah.
That was one of those times where I realized I got to watch some of these guys. He's literally finishing packing his parachute as he's running out to the plane.
Yeah. Right,
getting that last close, hopping. I'm like, he goes, I've trash packed it way worse. I'm like, okay, man. I mean,
yeah. Those are one of the guys that live under the drop zone. You know what I mean? They're not a visitor. These are skydivers.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
These are skydivers.
Phenomenal skydiver. Phenomenal swooper.
Yeah, lifers.
So yeah, we're
swooping,
we're turning and burning, and
there's some swoopers that came out of San Marcos. Janusis.
Oh yeah.
Brian's been on this show. Nate Clark.
Yep.
Man, Connie can swoop. Vic can swoop. Eric Butts can swoop.
Everybody swoop there. Everybody.
Yeah, everybody. It was, man. They did their thing for a little bit.
They have their merits.
They have
their merits. They have their flaws.
Yeah.
But we can say it with everybody.
How's your first landing?
Plowed it in like everybody else.
No.
The canopy was the hardest part for me because it was so foreign to me, right?
Yeah,
so I'm like trying to figure it out, and I didn't realize, right? They're like, "Hey, you're a new student. Here's a 300. That's what you're wearing." So I'm jumping basically a tandem canopy.
Yeah.
Right, 300 because their 230s and 260s were all being used.
Right.
Right. So like my first 3 or 4 jumps.
Right.
They're like, "Go get the rig you had last time." Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, right? So you get it and check it out. It was finally Nikki, one of the packers there, and she's like, "Why are you jumping this 300? I hate packing it." Right? Freaking,
it's huge. It's a damn tandem. And
right? She's like, "What's your exit weight?" I'm like, like 240
at the time. She's like,
right?
"I'm gonna figure this shit out."
She's like, "No, you need to be on a 230." She
I'm
fixed
not
everything.
Packing this
Exactly. I'm like, but I had no idea.
She's like, "Here's a 150. I'm not packing that."
I couldn't understand as I'm turning on my final how I'm gaining altitude. I'm like, I'm turned at the runway and I end up over by the pond.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, I'm on a tandem canopy basically. So it was crazy.
That's crazy, man. And so, when did you enter Flight Nights? When did we make that connection?
That day one.
Day one.
I mean, the inception of it. I was there on the very first. I think out of all the Flight Nights, I've probably missed 2 or 3.
Out of 97.
Yeah.
Yeah. No shit.
I mean, it's just, man, this is kind of part of my life, right? This is part of my people's.
Yeah.
Right.
It's part of my life, man.
It's my social. It's one of my social circles that I'm like, hey, I need this.
Well, to get anything successful done, you need a team.
Absolutely.
And unless you got a budget, you got to be lucky to come across a guy like you that just had nothing to do with me. You're just passionate about what we're doing, and you wanted to help.
Yeah.
Right. And
so absolutely.
we fucking we laced the room with black lights. Hey, we've shut down an iFLY together. With an industrial
had the fire department called on us.
The tunnel's running. They had to shut it down and evacuate the whole building. Like, we smoked it out. We shut it off too, like immediately. But they don't shut off immediately.
No, they just continue to linger.
And that was the day I found out what a particle smoke detector was.
An ionized particle detector.
Yep, I know what that is now.
Yeah. It's funny because we looked around. We're like, I don't see any. Right, they're right by the elevator.
Right by the elevator.
Just so you know.
Hey, will you guys see the videos of the rings? Like when Sam King was on, the rings and stuff. Yeah, Flight Nights. Dude, Geuea, this is we go to the base, third base. Shout out third base. It's a sports bar here in Austin. I think they're national. I'm not sure. We go over there afterwards and we talk about the competition and we design but there we go, third base. Ninja buses. Remember Ninja buses? That was an old video, man. MOB, shout out MOB Productions. Yeah, so we go to the base and discuss what can we do better, what's more fun, right? What do you want to do?
Get
Hey,
out of the
let's
box.
get
What's that next thing?
rings. Let's fly fucking lights and Wazzy blocks. And
We started with hula hoops.
we did start with hula hoops.
They lasted like one session.
Yeah.
We're terrible.
But oh man, we went big, and we're
Yeah.
still going big. Like now, we've innovated to three-way, four-way light games. The interchangeable. We have vertical flight formation, dynamic vertical flight formations now. We're mixing dynamic and VFS. We're mixing back. We got to get that backfly clinic together.
I got guys. I've been working on pounding on them.
It was just a week or two. We didn't give them enough notice,
Yeah.
but we need to offset it as a thing so
Yeah.
we can get these guys caught up. So we can start. Man, why not?
There's a lot of guys down in San Antonio.
I know, so far away. And that little ass
I
tongue.
actually told him like, get with Chris. I think Chris was willing to kind of host it, but it's like he needs to get with you to find out. Hey, you need to come up here and see how it's run.
Or we just do it. I ain't got time. I just don't have time.
you
I'm
need-
not going to sign up for anything new
Hey,
this year.
you can't propagate it to everybody,
yeah.
to other things if you're doing it, right? Other people have to take charge on that.
So, tactical and cowboy action shooting, buddy.
I do love to shoot.
I love this shit.
I
So
love to
Jeff's
shoot.
like, hey, skydiving. You show me skydiving. You show me tunnel flying. Come see what I do. And you're always taking people. Everybody wants to hang out.
Yeah.
Come do this. Come do that. We're like, whatever. And he's like, come shoot with me, man. We're gonna dress up like cowboys.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah, right? I was like, can my kids come? Because I don't do
Right.
many activities without the boys. Bring the kids.
Bring the kids.
Bring the kids.
I have I have perfect guns that fit their hands.
Guns.
Guns.
My man has guns. Yo, so this is the first time I'm saying this on the air. We're out in the middle of Hang a Nigga, Texas. That is a real fucking place. And most drop zones are located in Hang a Nigga,
No,
Texas.
this is like way past that.
This is past Hang a Nigga.
It's like
dog.
you
You're
had to
like,
dri-
oh, we're
you had to
leaving
drive
Hang a
by
Nigga.
you had to drive by the banjos.
Yeah.
I mean, whew.
Woo, we're talking Texas. And then you get off a Texas sanctioned state road that like the state and the city and the law cares about. And you make a left
On a dirt
or some
road.
property and you drive 30, 40, 50 acres back into Texas.
It's about a 17-minute drive.
Into the
17
deep.
minutes.
into the deep, son. The deep Texas. Like we were like, oh, because I didn't know you well, but I knew
Right.
you. I was like, is this are we gonna make it out of this? We had the whole family.
They're like, here's a breadcrumb trail.
Hey,
Just
yo.
in case we got to run, let's get back to these
Hey,
guys.
we're stopping for longhorns and shit
Oh, yeah,
on the
yeah.
trail.
It's a
We're stopping,
working
look,
ranch. It's a
like,
working
hey,
ranch.
there's a pond. There's some more cows. There's some fucking horses. Where the fuck are we going?
Shout out to Darby Rough Regulators.
Darby Rough Riders. Darby
Rough
Riders.
Regulators.
Darby
Regulators.
Regulators.
Yeah.
Cowboy three gun.
Basically, 3-gun cowboy version.
Cowboy version. So we pull up. There it is. You pull up, and that's what you see. I got my kids, man. I was like, man, we're not doing this shit. Oh, is that us? Yeah, that's us right there.
Yeah.
That's the fam, son. Yo, yeah, it's nuts. And these guys got these really intricate wagons.
Oh,
Some of them look like covered wagons.
Absolutely.
Or they're like really old teak wood that are really lacquered with drawers. And you're like, this is a thing. Everybody's customed out cowboy.
Yep. Cowboy.
Like awesome. Like
Yep.
you want to be part of this. You see it and you're like, I want a fucking scarf and a hat, and fucking bullets. Right? So, man, it was fun. Yo, you get
Awesome.
out, everybody's loving and welcoming. It's your first time here. What's your name? So I'm
Right.
the Arizona kid. Right? My wife's the Ponca's Jewel. My kids are Honey Bear and Sugar Bear. Jeff busts out the mini shotguns for the baby boys.
410.
All right, I'm gonna stop talking. Explain cowboy action to me, please.
So-
What did I walk into? We got out of the van, and this is what we did.
I'll be honest. I think the first thing is like, hey, man, there's a Confederate flag over there. I got my kids with me. Like, man, it's just a historical thing, right? Texas was a Confederate state.
Yeah, yeah.
We got.
I had to address it, son.
But we got to own that, right? That's just part of our history.
Right on.
But everybody's super welcoming. We did a walkthrough on safety briefings and really got down. Got on the one knee with the kids. This is how we're gonna hold the gun. Let them feel it, let them load it, right? Really hands
The
on.
kids are 7 and 4, 5 and 8.
Yeah,
Babies.
there's that time. And I've taught kids that young to shoot, and it's always really cool. There's two ways it goes. They don't care. They just want it to be over with.
Right.
Or you have the guys that like, pew ding, pew ding. It's like,
hell yeah.
they're like, this is easy.
Yeah.
They're like, this is like, no, you don't know how hard it is to do this, right? I mean,
right, they're kids.
yeah. But, you know, revolvers, single action revolvers, so they got to pull the hammer back,
Oh,
you know, keep it on target.
Colts. Where is that Colt? Please say it for me, because I'm always looking online. I'm looking at pawn shops.
It's a Bearcat.
It's a Bearcat.
It's a bear.
It's not a replica.
Of like it's what they call it, a pony holster grip.
A pony holster.
Yeah,
grip.
so you see drugstore pharmacists, they'd be wearing it in a shoulder holster.
Right.
It's got the small grip on it, so it stays kind of out of the way.
All
But
right.
it's the perfect size for kids.
Okay. Those are dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is Cowboy Action 3 gun?
You basically single action revolvers, 2 of them, and there multiple categories. We have lever action rifles and then shotgun, right? So typically there's a scenario, so many pistols on certain targets in a certain sequence. Same with the rifle, could be a different sequence. You have to kind of remember all this as you go along.
Right.
And then a sequence using your shotgun. Tally up the score, right? You're on a timer, so if you miss one, that's a penalty. It's going to count against you. You're going to add more time to your target. So you want to be fast, but you want to be accurate.
So
it's
so hard.
You got to split that difference somewhere.
You got to breathe. You got to trigger reset. You got to pow and then reset and then aim and then pow. Yeah. Pow. So yeah, here's a video of them getting it on. I wonder if you guys can hear it. I can hear it.
I can hear it.
All right. Yeah. So look what happens, you guys. This is fucking
super
dope.
nervous to leave my GoPro out there. Everybody shooting at it. Don't shoot the GoPro.
So right now you don't really see it, but there's 3 stations. A lot of times it's in front of a house with a window, a door, and a window, right? So there were pistols in the first part. He picks up, well, that was pistols. I don't know what order it is. Here's a shotgun, right? So you go from the window, the door, the window, as if somebody's attacking your fucking homestead, and you shoot every weapon you got. In order,
as fast as you can.
As fast as you can.
And trying to hit your targets.
Oh, it's so much fun. It's heart-pounding fun. Because at first you're like, oh, whatever. And then when it's like, go, it's like, tick, 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 pop, pop. Oh, shit, kaboom, kaboom,
Some of these guys
pop.
are insanely fast. I've seen these guys do an entire stage in 14 seconds.
14 seconds.
14
Holy
seconds.
Shit. We were, what, 27s, 28s, 30s?
I normally shoot around the 27, 34.
So we were 35, 40s in.
Yeah.
And I felt fast. I mean, 40 seconds is fast, you guys.
Yeah.
Because it's what, 10 shots in the revolvers each?
5 in each.
5 in each. So there's outlaw and gunfighter. No, there's gunfighter.
Yeah, gunfighter. You have a now I draw a blank.
Okay. Yeah, gunfighter. You have both in your hands.
That's gunfighter.
You're doing thumb, shoot, thumb, shoot, thumb, shoot.
So you have Wrangler would be the
Wrangler's what I shoot.
right.
Pow.
Then you have a
I'm
duelist
brand
who
new.
would draw one, shoot with one hand, then draw the other and shoot with the other hand. But it's not like the gunfighter where you have to alternate.
Right. Oh, but it's still. Who's that called? What's that called?
That's a duelist.
The duelist.
The duelist.
I would like to be a duelist.
Right.
My left hand would suck though.
That's the entire reason I started shooting gunfighter. Is
Right.
I wanted to get my offhanded shooting better, and this was an easy way for me to put me under a little time pressure and kind of get on target.
And man, there's something to be said about these weapons because I'm so excited about them because we've got the Glocks, we've got fucking Rugers, we've always owned weapons
Right.
they're okay accurate, they're all right, and you think it's you, but it's not you, man. Because when you get one of those fucking what'd you call it, the
Single action revolvers.
Jesus, I could put a fucking eye off of a fly standing on a donkey's back at 50 feet. son.
Revolvers are always easier to shoot. They're always more accurate.
And then the action rifles, man, I hit that teacup.
Yep.
Holy shit, there's a teacup with a string. I don't know how far it was down the hill. Down the hill on a windy day, dude. It's like, ting. Oh, man, it's so much fun.
Yeah, love shooting the rifles. I mean, that's
And the shotgun.
All my pistols are 38 special caliber.
So how does somebody go shoot? Like, if they want to go 3-gun and find out about it, what do they do?
Google. I mean, you hit Google, you want to do 3-gun, they
Yeah.
have multiple categories of 3-guns. You want to do cowboy action, Google it. There's I think there's 4 clubs around Austin, the Austin area.
But
There's more.
nationally, it's a whole
It's
thing.
global. I mean, you can go to Australia, even with their strict gun laws. They have cowboy action shooting there. Europe, and I always tell you, if you want to come visit, don't bring your guns. The paperwork to bring your guns is immense.
Just
right?
come down and
just
you
let
guys
people
have
know you're
everything.
coming, and they'll have everything ready for you.
Hey, you guys, they have guns with a Z. If you could Google that video, I tried to find it for you, Kane.
Guns with the Z.
Guns with a Z.
I heard that, and I'm like, yeah.
Hey, we're not gonna cover that. We're not gonna cover that. They just passed that thing where the Sandy Hook parents can sue gun makers.
Remington, yeah.
So you can sue McDonald's for making a hamburger.
You know, I'll tell you what, that's going to be challenged. They're going to send
I
it.
know.
It's going to send
I
up.
know.
Here's
It
the
breaks
deal.
my heart. I got kids. We don't have time.
Okay.
Go. We've got to get out of here. Thailand. Talk to me about Thailand.
Love Thailand.
Yeah, why?
So,
Because Doug Jacques was on here also, and he same story. We
Yeah.
jumped with Doug.
yeah,
like
Jug's, he's my role model. That's where I'm progressing. That is my long-term plan, is mimicking that guy right there.
yeah.
But Thailand, Dad lives in Thailand, right?
Yeah.
Dad's lived there for years. He's been trying to, hey, you guys come over here, enjoy the
The land
country,
of
right?
smiles.
It is truly a resort, catering to all foreigners, right? Europeans, Australians, a lot of Chinese. They don't care for the Chinese too much.
So here's the deal. Here's my question: Honduras or Thailand for the next WazzyCircus adventure?
Ooh, man.
Because we're supposed to be going surfing in Honduras,
Yeah.
but Thailand. Wendy went to Thailand.
Yeah, but it's the price, right? So how much does it cost to get to Honduras versus how much it's going to cost to get to? Because I'll tell you right now.
But once we get to Honduras, what's the cost versus the cost when we're in Thailand? What's the balance going to be?
Yeah, I don't know.
You think it's close, or it's just the flight is that much?
I think the flight's gonna be that
Okay,
much.
so we're going to Honduras to go surfing, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the hit out on Facebook. It's a limit of 12 people, and we probably got 7 signed up, so it'll be the first 5 people to come. We're about to get out of here. Instead of doing a Friday freak out, shout out to join the team. Shout out to Andrew Revis, the new website. You guys go check it out. It looks pretty good, man. We really love what Andrew's doing. The boogies, I got stickers. Yo, we have a real Friday freak out, a real life Friday freak out from Jeff Cow.
Oh, this is my cutaway.
Yeah. Well, this is the premature.
Was this premature?
Yeah, this look, this is the off
yeah,
the wing
yeah,
of
yeah.
the look, that plane was in oh God, I don't know if you guys saw that. This plane was in Point Break.
Point Break, yeah.
It bellied in though, so it's not around no more. But look, flap open. Flap open. Do you guys see the flaps open? His pins exposed to the wind. Here's the count. Jeff Geuea leading the train off the plane, son. Hey, this is the second sit train Friday freak out we've had on the show.
It's
Look, knee to the pin.
right to the
pin
bridle.
To the bag.
Loop.
Bag to the wind.
I just remember looking
Listen.
down going, whose parachute's that?
Check your fucking shit. And even, dude, so I don't know if you noticed, whenever I board the aircraft or exit, I cover my cover. My arms are really long.
Yeah.
But I cover my cover climbing in and out. I just don't want that to happen. And I also pack with my pin under the flap.
Yeah, you showed me that.
Right. Have you
I
switched
actually
over?
I actually used it on the dolphin, my dolphin rig.
Because that happens.
yeah,
Can you run that back? What's happening? Oh, is it coming back? Let's jump.
Unless you know this was a January day. It was freaking cold.
If you exited at 14, you were at 13.8, son.
Oh, easily. Freezing.
Oh, fuck. So was the pin popped on the crawl out?
No.
No, the pin wasn't, but the flap.
The
was.
flap. So
Did you scrape it on the door?
possibly?
Listen.
King usually got a small
Hey,
door.
fuck that. Don't blame the door. Listen, be aware of the door. Hey, because I got the same thing. When I jumped out, we were in Hollister.
Right.
Their caravan got narrow toward the bed. Did you
Yes,
see
it
that?
is.
I didn't. That was weird as fuck.
Yeah.
So when I jumped out, my rig hit the door, and I was like, "Oh fuck!"
And that's not a Grand Caravan. It's just a
Yeah,
caravan.
it's okay. So I was able to reach back and feel my flap was okay. You didn't. That sucks. Hey, when you guys get out of the plane, be aware of your flaps and hug the door. Like get your chest on the door so your rig is clear as you crawl out. It happens all the time.
If you're not used
Look
to
at
jumping,
Jeffy.
if you're
Look
not
at
used to
Texas.
jumping out of the King Airs because they're so fast,
Yeah, they're fast.
right?
It's
So
not a game.
your setup has to be really, really quick.
Everybody else kept skydiving.
Yeah, they're like, where'd Jeff go?
Oh man.
Now I will tell you,
Uh-huh.
that opening was the hardest opening I ever had.
God, you're probably going 180, 160.
I was seeing stars. I mean,
Right.
it's like somebody hit me with a baseball bat. Dislocated one of my ribs
Oh.
because it came out under my
Yeah.
feet and just deployed.
Jeez.
I'm just lucky that my pilot shoe come out, didn't end up being some sort of weird horseshoe malfunction
So
or
the open fine.
open fine.
What canopy?
That's a Manta. It's a
Who makes Manta?
not sure.
Oof.
I'd have to look.
Sound like a ghetto bird jump with that $200 shit.
It works.
It works.
I don't know what I caught it on, but I actually ripped the incel.
On that.
Yep, on that.
Somebody's foot, man.
I don't know.
Somebody's leg or something. That sucks. Hey, all laughing aside, that sucks. Yeah, be very cognizant crawling out of the plane. Keep your chest on the door. Like when you're swinging out, man, really hug the plane so your gear's clear. Take your time. I
Take
know
your
people
time.
are fucking
It's
screaming at you
they're
to
rushing,
get out and
yeah.
all that nonsense, man. But it's your skydive, right? And if two of you guys are trying to get out the door at the same time, man, you know, like just take your time, take a deep breath. The pilot can carve the aircraft if he's smart. Your spot's not gonna get hosed if he's smart, man. So yeah, a lot of shit happens. Can we pull that up? It's the one on far left. So this is us in Hollister. This is funny. This is Wazzy's free fly tip of the day. Oh, the sound. Real quick, watch this shit. Go ahead, play. That's how you get to the formation, son. All right, this is Stuart Gant's video. He's backslide like a motherfucker. Hey, I'll edit the volume down. Yeah. Watch your boy slide in. Oh, yeah. All right, that didn't work. Shit don't work. Jeff Geuea, my friend, my partner. What's new for you, man? What's coming next?
Man, I'm just gonna stay the course at the moment, but my plan B would be it's probably about 5 years down the road if everything goes well. I'm liquidating some property down in San Antonio. Probably liquidate my house here in 5 years or so. Everything's paid for. Got my by then hopefully I'll have all my ratings. Right. Some time in the sport, and plan is to move to Thailand.
And start as easy?
I don't know about starting DZ, but right now it's just
Why
there.
get the ratings? Why get the ratings if you're not going to start as easy?
Because I want to work there. I not only
'Cause
work
there is a drop zone there.
Yeah, Thai Sky Adventure.
So you want to get your AFF?
I want to get AFF.
You're ready.
Get my tandem.
You're ready.
Right. Come back during the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Work 2-3
Come back
months.
to Texas?
Yeah. Or wherever. Right.
Ooh, what a dream,
Wherever.
you guys. Here's the dream.
So,
Retire and
you
go
know,
skydive.
That's it.
Yeah, see, I cut the work part out and I just went skydiving.
Yeah, it's hard to pay the bills that way. It's
Fuck,
like
it's working though.
here's some Cheetos.
It's fucking working. Hey, you learn to love Cheetos.
Yeah, you do.
You know what I mean? Hey, love you guys. If you guys want somebody on the show, let me know. Thank you guys for sharing the show. Thank you guys for supporting us. Will you guys please hit up PD and tell them to send me a Valkyrie? Tell them I need your help, you guys. Send them emails. Call them. Show up and knock on the door and say, give WazzyCircus a Valkyrie. And if they don't do it, contact NZ Aerosports and get me a Leia. I love you guys. WazzyCircus Radio. Keep your head on a swivel. Learn how to skydive. It'll change your life. It saved mine. Peace. Geuea.
Absolutely.
Baby. Yes.
Absolutely. Changed my life.
Yeah, let's go!